oatmeal. I'll put the recipe up on the screen. It's the most simple and easiest pre or post workout meal, and in my opinion, the best because it tastes amazing. But I figured I would give a quick update. I won't spend too much time with it, but yeah, I made 2 videos back in, I think it was April, and I really would like to keep this going and show people what it's like as someone who pretty much knows nothing and is just getting into things. But yeah, I figured I'd give a short update, and if anyone's watching this, but yeah, it'd be nice to let you know what's going on. So at the end of my last video, or in my last video, I was talking about doing 3 races this year. One, a marathon, 2, Olympic distance triathlon, and then Ironman Wisconsin. I did the first 2. I did the marathon and I did the Olympic triathlon. I'll talk a little bit about those, but basically leaving off from my last video, I was still in school. I was about a month away from the end of my semester, and towards the end of it, someone I knew that I'm close with basically told me there was a job opening up that they think I should apply for, and they put in a reference for me, and I did, and I got the job, and that's why I'm currently working right now. But that started end of May of 2024, and basically from there on, I pretty much stopped training, which I wish I wouldn't have, but I did because I tried to focus on that, and I'd never worked a full-time job, and this is coming out of school. So I finished up my semester, passed all my classes, thank you. And I started this job. I stopped training. This was so about a month before the marathon, and then about 2 weeks before the marathon, I did a couple runs. If anyone's looking for training advice on marathons, don't listen to what I did for that marathon. I can throw it up. I'll show all my stats for it. It went decent. I finished. It was right around my time that I wanted. I think it was a good time and a very good time to be improved upon for this upcoming year. I then worked 40 hours a week for about a month and a half at that job, and then what I'm now currently working is shift work. I will throw the schedule up on the screen just as a little reference. It's a very different and unique schedule to what most people are going through, and especially people that want to train for a triathlon. There's not much of it in anything I found out there. There was maybe 1 or 2 small articles or posts on Reddit or something about it, and not much out there. So I started that shift work. This was about in July, early July. So I got back into the training because with the shift work, I do have more free time. I just work different days and nights and different stuff like that. But I got back into my training leading up to the Olympic, swam in my wetsuit, got everything ready for that. Started training a little bit, did a sprint triathlon just on my own at a local lake. And yeah, that was going good. I did the Olympic. I'll throw the stats. I was very happy with that, especially with how the marathon went, with how the past couple months before, or the months leading up to that went. And yeah, I was very satisfied with the performance, and I'm excited to do it again. Like I said, with the marathon, it's a good time. It was about what I expected, and it's a great time to improve upon for next year. So then Ironman Wisconsin, like I said, I didn't train much in those months since the last video, just with all the stuff that was going on. And yeah, so I deferred my Ironman Wisconsin entry until 2025. I plan to do it still. I'm still planning on doing it, having a good time, and hopefully seeing people there and having fun. But yeah, so currently, when I made that video, I was living with my parents. I was a student. Now I'm working shift work. I live in an apartment near where I work, so I'm still going to the same gym, the same pool, but I just live a little closer to work in an apartment. So like I said, next video, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I set up my training, maybe a little bit of the winter setup, the winter process, about what my plans are to carry me through the winter and improve on the consistency and the speed at which I can perform. And then maybe in the next video, or at least after that, I started talking about my swim experience in the last one. I really would like to talk about my bike experience. It's very interesting. And I would also like to talk about my run experience. So that might be the next video. It might be the one after that. But yeah, thank you for watching. Have a good training week. And this is the third episode of the Beginner Triathlon Experience. Goodbye.